Hello again, welcome to another tantalising and action-packed week of W8 football. In case you haven't heard, the Perth Glory are just one game away from a grand final and possibly championship glory. In a moment, we'll hear from some Glory boys in the lead up to the preliminary final against the Central Coast Mariners. Football 360 also catches up with arguably the state's most successful league coach in the past 20 years. And we'll catch up with a country boy who's making a name for himself in the A-League. But first, it's the Central Coast Mariners versus the Perth Glory. It's an away game for the Glory boys. Can they win away from home? Let's hear from two former Mariners in keeper Danny Vukovic and defender Dean Heffernan.
You know, it's always emotional playing against, your former team, and I think it's about who steps up as a team, and I think the pressure really isn't on us this week. I think the last two games we played we were expected to win, but I think this one the Mariners are expected to win, so we can go over there with no pressure on our shoulders.
I left the Mariners a while ago now, but it's always good to go back there. You know, I started my career there, and pretty much everything that's happened in my football career is, because of the Mariners. I'll never forget that. Now to be in the, prelim final is, it's really exciting for the club and for the fans, and, hopefully we can go a step further.
One Perth Glory player who's shot to stardom this season is Josh Risen. The boy from Bunbury has made the right back position his own, and he's performed so well it's earned him a spot in the Olympic squad.
It was a great experience for me. It was my first real camp in the national team for my age. Started down in Bunbury, played as I think 8-year-old for Bunbury United Soccer Club. I was travelling 5 times a week up to Perth when I was 13. Luckily I've got great parents who would do that for me, but in the end it was just getting too much and I was missing a lot of school, so I just decided to move up to Perth. It was a big move. That I didn't really see my family a lot when I moved up at first, but that was the price I had to pay to pursue my soccer career. Started out with the NTC and then played under a few great coaches there in Gareth Naven, Kenny Lowe, Paul Wozni. And I've just never looked back really and just worked my way into the first team. Hi, I'm Josh Risen from Perth Glory Football Club and you're watching Football 360.
Well, here at Perth Glory, we thought we'd practice some of the things that make QBE great, like 125 years of experience. We trialled a new fraud replacement policy.
Can I have
Thanks, Baz.
And comprehensive cover, well, that seemed like a pretty good idea too. Turns out, what's great for your insurance, not so good for football.
QBE, see how competitive we are with your insurance.
He's arguably the state's most successful league coach in the past 20 years, bagging a swag of trophies at Perth SC. He's even been touted as a future A-League coach. But despite all those accolades, Graham Norton has set himself a new challenge in 2012. What's your key to success?
I don't accept second best. The players know that they've got to step up to the plate when they're working under me, and I want quality in everything they do.
His record is unrivalled, winning a staggering 22 trophies in 12 seasons at Perth SC. It seems Graham Norton has a knack of turning players into champions.
You come to training, we train how we want to play.
But one of his proudest coaching achievements was while at the helm at Kingsway Olympic.
In 1991 I took over, and I turned the same group of players from a team that only won one game the previous season to being undefeated after 10 weeks of the next season and finishing 3rd overall and only losing 3 games all season. And that was one of my most satisfying times as a coach in terms of achievement for me as a coach, not achievement in silverware.
After his tenure at Perth ended in 2010, Norton was recruited by Perth Glory to scout budding talent for the A-League. But his passion got the better of him and Normo is back doing what he loves best, building champion teams.
Yeah, I'd like to think it's a rebuilding. I mean, Inglewood over the last 5 or 6 years have really got to the point where there's little or no people involved in the club. So our job is to bring that back to the club, bring a professional attitude here.
Norton is well aided by the likes of former Glory striker Bobby Despotovski and longtime friend Aldo Trinker.
It's going to be a huge job for us to get these players on track. They've haven't played the way that we've always wanted to for them to play. So we're, as you see behind us, we're doing a lot of shape work and we're trying to make sure the players are aware of what we're trying to achieve.
This coaching team appears to be part of a bigger picture aimed at propelling the club to the top of the tree. Football 360 can reveal Perth Glory owner Tony Sage has decided to invest in Inglewood to use it as a new base for the A-League club.
For number one, Perth Glory Football Club will have a social club. That social club will be based at Inglewood in their nice facilities there. We're there to have a nice, healthy youth system going all the way through, just like every other club in the world.
Why Inglewood though?
Oh, look, it's 7 kilometres away from our home base at Nib Stadium, number one. Number two, out of all the presidents we talked to, Inglewood seemed the keenest to do it. So, yeah, it won't need much investment from us.
Yeah, if that's the way Perth Glory want to go, you know, the link's there, and if they want to take it there, that's up to them, and I'm happy to be the person who's going to drive it, yeah.
But for now, Normanton is firmly fixed on getting United to the top of the table and turn it into a powerhouse.
So I know what it took at Perth to get to the top. You know, I drove it there for 12 seasons, so I know what it takes to get there. So I'm hopefully going to drag this club up to those standards, and hopefully we can get them there next 2 or 3 seasons. It's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight.
Our next guest is a 4-time Olympian, a triple gold medalist and former captain of the Hockey Roos. Rochelle Hawkes, welcome to Football 360. First of all, why the transition from hockey, where you've enjoyed many years of success, to football?
Well, I love working in sport, and there's great similarities between the game of football and hockey, with 11 on the pitch and similar structures and strategies. So I thought it'd be quite an easy transition. You know, a lot of the development of the game is very similar, and it's a growing sport, very much emerging throughout Australia.
What's the challenge as far as football is concerned?
Well, I think the sport is bigger, so there's more opportunities. So that's one reason that I've chosen to become involved in Football West. It's a far larger game than hockey, and we know that. So I thought it'd be a great challenge, and it certainly is. And there's many areas of the game that I need to focus on, and one of those is the emergence of women's football, the growth of the game. Many women, girls are starting to take up the sport, so we want to continue on that path and try and encourage as many young girls as possible to take up the sport and really grow those participation rates.
Attack's first attempt at a cross was blocked by Jason Gavin, but his second picked out Thornley, who lifted the ball over Andy Brown and then hammered it past Hugo. 1-0 to Balcatta. 9 minutes later, and another break down the right from Lyons. The cross finds O'Callaghan, who lifts the ball out to Jamie de Abreu. But as he tries to play it back into the box, it strikes the arm of Madashi, and the referee again pointed to the spot. Up stepped Phil O'Callaghan, who sent Italiano the wrong way, and Sterling were level. Within 5 minutes, Balcatta's lead was restored. Attack hit a deep cross to the back post. Thornley headed down. Gavin looked to have thwarted Adam Tong, but as the ball lay unattended, Thornley was first to react and toe-poked home his and Balcatta's second. But Sterling soon had a reply of their own. Substitute Adam Luca robbed John Mills on halfway and found O'Callaghan, who slipped past Madashi and looked to play in Luca, but he let the ball run to de Abreu, who finished emphatically past Italiano. But within 2 minutes, Sterling appeared to have committed football suicide. Mills hit a hopeful ball forward which was nowhere near a teammate. Gavin underhit his back pass straight to Attack, who easily went past Hugo and rolled the ball into the back of the net. And with 5 minutes to go, a Dennis Gallen free kick found O'Callaghan at the edge of the penalty area. He easily turned Madashi and was blatantly chopped down as he looked to pull away. Another penalty to Sterling. This time Italiano went the right way, but O'Callaghan's shot had too much power, and Sterling were level again.
You know, I respect every team we play. I wouldn't like to put a name to anyone, but, you know, Perth's record speaks for itself. Inglewood have got a really good coach involved. Bayswater the same. You know, Lee at Armadale's good. I wouldn't like to pick anyone. I hope we're hanging around somewhere at the top end at the end, but I really couldn't say. It's a good league.
Well, that wraps up another exciting week of Football 360. Remember to drop us a line and tell us your football story. And remember to check out the Football West site for all the latest news and events. There's also some great prizes to be won. Good luck to the Perth Glory against the Mariners this week, and we'll see you again next time. Until then, bye for now.